We're going to pull some cards right now for anyone who is in a twin flame connection. Even if you haven't met your twin flame, you're with them, you're in union. This is a message for the twin flame collective right now. So we're going to pull a couple of cards and just see what's going on with the feminine and masculine energies right now. We're going to start with a read for the feminine, and this is for anyone. Like, it's amazing if you are trying to manifest a spiritual union to be tapping into twin flame messages, because it's going to bring it into your reality. We can call in our twin flame anytime that we are ready. So sometimes when we're aligning with different things, it's going to help right now. We're getting ready to move into the energies of 2023 right now. This is massive. All about like that new you, new year right now, but also aligning with what you do want to create for the next 6 months ahead. So we have some powerful energies because of the solstice. And I'm going to kind of talk about that a little bit too, what that means for twin flames today. We're going to pull twin flame and separation and twin flame oracle messages. So starting with what is going on with the feminine right now, or the feminine collective. If you are a masculine, you can take this as messages from your feminine, or what's going on with the feminine right now. If you are the divine feminine, these are for you. All right, so some people, and I'm going to start with the ones in separation first, may have gone through a breakup, and it might feel like that. So a lot of times with twin flames, it's such a powerful connection, and we can't like fake it. We have to be healed to a certain frequency and doing the inner work. So usually what happens is you'll meet this person and it will trigger an intense connection, but at the same time, it's going to trigger intense healing and purification process within yourself. So right now, there's a lot of flames that are in separation. This could look like you guys have met and it didn't work out, or you've moved on and you're with other partners, or, you know, you are in a separation, not speaking. So different things can come up right now around that, knowing that if you are being guided on every level to do the work. So even when we go through and it's like, certain experiences are going to trigger us into ourselves on a deeper level, into spiritual awakening and into healing ourselves. So any type of breakup is going to trigger a lot, especially if it is your twin flame, because a lot of times it's showing us that we need to do more inner work and that we can come together. But sometimes we're looking at things from like a 3D perspective, or things that we've gone through, or different kind of things coming up. So if you have gone through any type of separation, oftentimes this triggers an intense healing process. And that is the key to coming into inner union and thus manifesting into the physical, a fifth dimensional union. The feminine is working hard in this life like never before, right? Clearing a lot of dynamics as we're trying to seek balance in the planet right now. So, and I say that in a lot of ways, this has been a very masculine world until right now, with the spiritual awakening, and the feminine is finding herself on a deeper level, connecting with herself. And so this goes for a lot of the feminine that is working hard, whether working on yourself, working on those manifestations, working on doing family and work kind of things. The feminine might be very, very busy right now, or finding herself really, really busy. For the feminine, make sure you're really taking care of your energy right now. So we have that kind of coming up right now. Like, how are you taking care of your body? You're an energetic being. How are you maintaining and taking care of yourself spiritually on an energetic level? So being guided to really make sure that you are spiritually maintaining yourself too. The more that we're doing, sometimes when we are reaching those goals and doing better in the matrix or within 3D, sometimes we're not doing as good within the spiritual. Do you need to take a little bit of time for yourself to clear your energy, to be in your own energy, to be healing your own energy? A lot coming up within the feminine right now, and a lot of clearing right now, and a lot of family issues in this lifetime coming up too for resolve. This could be clearing the feminine line, healing your sacral, doing a lot of deeper healing work with the sacral, kind of coming up again for the feminine right now, connected with deeper family issues and things within the DNA. So a lot of the karma experienced on either side of the masculine or feminine, especially divine feminine, is being triggered as a clearing of a, not just the collective during this time, but a family line clearing as well too. The feminine in this lifetime clearing a lot of deep ingrained patterns and karmas found within the family line. These were kind of like things coming out in the DNA in the past, continuing to clear your energy, clearing your field after having gone through these things. figuring out that this is the love of your life across all time and space, and it's like supposed to be such a thing, right? And sometimes we're getting lost on 3D Earth and we're not realizing our full multi-dimensional nature. This is a connection that is meant to help us in, we'll say, connecting on a deeper level, but also it's going to be the one that feels right to you on a soul level. So sometimes we're like, I always say we get wiped out and have amnesia when we come to Earth, but this is going to be like a resonance. It's a total frequency resonance with this person. And so it's going to be the one that it feels right with on so many levels too. So what is happening right now is we have a beautiful Christmas star this year. I just found out this, right? We're going to have a beautiful Christmas Eve alignment with a Christmas star, which is always meant to be really special. Think like biblical times, right? 3 stars and things like that. Yes, we have all the galactic stars on display, but the moon is also going to merge together with Mercury and Venus on Christmas Eve. This is massive for your love life and what's happening. It's going to manifest on every level. I know the solstice energies and some of these Christmas Eve Trinity, Holy Trinity energies are going to manifest into our life, in our love life right now, as there is a healing and an activation on a very deep level that's happening in your love life. This might look different for different people. If you're having, it's just going to like amplify whatever's going on. And we have to feel our way through connections. Like it's something you feel. Like your brain isn't going to make sense if you are in love with someone, right? It's something that we have to really, really tap into and trust our feelings, and as we're being guided too when it comes to love. A lot coming up around relationships right now. I always say there's a lot of like connections that are coming up that are no longer serving people or for people on a deeper spiritual alignment. So there's a lot kind of crumbling, and then at the same time a lot of twin flames and deep divine connections are coming together that are much more in spiritual alignment, energetic alignment as well too. So these energies coming with the solstice are just going to amplify how we feel, what's going on, whatever situation's coming up around your love life. How is your love life? What's coming up? Areas that you might need healing. Where are you at with it? Right? Things coming up for the feminine right now. So we have a lot coming up within the feminine, especially as the feminine is very Venus ruled right now too, and feeling some of those activations coming up too. So different activations coming in are amplifying things when it comes to love. If you need healing in this area, it's going to be bringing that up too. And, you know, then you'll be kind of feeling it extra, feeling really, really good. You're going to be feeling extra euphoric. So it's very much the ultimate amplifier energies that are coming in, not just with this solstice, but also with this Christmas energy too, and things like that. So lots of different energies and activations coming in for the divine feminine, really opening up your heart more fully and trusting how you feel within your love life and then within your situations right now. So if you guys do need one-on-one readings, I always say just book a relationship reading on my site. I do tons of one-on-one work, and I always say do a read if you're not sure, need healing in that area, or just want to go more into this stuff too. So continuing along with what's the feminine is going through. Autumn, things that are coming up that have maybe started as it's been getting a little bit colder out, right? Like it could be different lessons. So if the feminine thinks back, what really has been coming up for you starting in the autumn? Are there different lessons, different kind of things that you're moving through? Sometimes our timelines are shifting and moving around right now. Are there manifestations that you've been trying to align, or maybe you've been working on for this colder part of the year? Because the winter solstice is actually probably the colder, right, darkest part of the year that we're moving through over the next week ahead as well too. This is a space for really working on these manifestations and knowing that, you know, change is kind of in the air right now. This might be making people a little bit uneasy. These are meant to be positive, energetic changes that are happening at a bigger level too, that are also really good for us too. For the feminine, flowing through any changes that are happening or need to be happening. So kind of staying open to and realizing that, you know, our plan is just so complicated sometimes on a 3D level, allowing your spirit to guide you through it and kind of move through it. Has the feminine been running away? We have the Runner card. Escape from emotion, confusion, or on the run. This could look like not doing the work, not staying in the connection, being unsure of the connection, like facing their own healing stuff. Because when people are running away or not, you know, in alignment, it's like something within the self too. So for the feminine, needing to shift into a deeper energetic alignment. If you're in a separation, knowing that that could be some of the holdup too. really working on yourself, your own stuff, and a deeper energetic alignment. For those of you guys that are in a connection, that could mean the feminine even needing to pull back and work on themselves right now. If you're needing to, that is okay. You might need a little bit more alone time right now. You could feel lonely, lost, knowing that the divine is always with you and connecting with you. So sometimes, you know, we're not always seeing the big picture, needing to trust the plan right now as it's unfolding. And if you're being guided to yourself, that's okay. Sometimes that's when we can find ourselves, connect with ourselves on a deep level, or even tap into yourself on a deep level. It might feel like that as you're moving through the course of your life too, that there's certain chapters and phases that only you can go on, right? Only you can do it, right? Like I always tell yourself, you're on this divine mission and your soul has a mission to come here and carry out. And it's so important, something that you need to do by yourself as well too. If you feel that you are in a separation by yourself, haven't met your twin flame yet, using this space to heal, we talked about you can call in your twin flame anytime that you want as well too. So knowing that sometimes you're being redirected and kind of you know, guided to really work on yourself. If this is the case, journaling, meditation, doing some soul searching, really finding yourself. How can we be with another if we haven't found ourselves and loved ourselves deeply as well too? So really being guided to find yourselves. No 3D connection is going to work out. Oh my God, right? Because when you're asleep and you're in these ego states, you're not even in alignment with yourself. So what happens is, as a lot of people are waking up and doing the work, they're coming out of alignment, but they were never in alignment in these third dimensional connections anyway, these karmic kind of things. Like they're based not on love, but actually on other deeper bonds, like karmic bonds and things like that. So what's happening is the energies are rising and a lot of contracts are clearing. It means that you might have just had a partner or a friend or a person come into your reality to give you certain lessons, and that was it. And like lesson learned, moving along now. And we're seeing that more and more as the energies are rising to that. More and more people are being guided back to themselves and of course to their own healing journey right now. So deep healing for the feminine, you might need to like really work on that cocoon, right? Like whether you need to get yummy foods, make sure that you're not falling back into the matrix in 3D right now, that you're staying anchored into higher timelines. You can do that through bringing more meditation, healing, energy work, you know, of the divine into your everyday lives too. So making your space and making this space of the year that we're going to move through kind of like that cocoon healing space for you right now. Are there things that you need to heal, things that you really need to work on? A lot coming up with the root chakra, realizing that we're not going to be able to ever build like we're all trying to do without really going deep within and actually healing ourselves and our chakras and our root chakra. So a lot of healing coming up for the divine feminine, being guided to really work on going within and doing that deeper healing work and kind of clearing things right now. So self-care, time out, be gentle with yourself and your twin. And so this isn't always like pulling back. It's more like being guided to really do more clearing work, more healing work, more energy work, knowing that this is going to benefit not just you on this journey, but this other person that is always connected with you. So if you're the divine feminine, you know, you always have that divine masculine and vice versa, despite how that may manifest in the physical, because it may manifest differently, but you have that other half of you as well too, the masculine for the feminine. Working on healing your masculine aspects, healing your own divine masculine. Your twin or your soulmate is seeking you, so healing different things. This could go to, and I love healing that connection within feminine, mother, masculine, father line for everyone. So going back and healing different issues. So if you have issues within your masculine or within that system too, clearing these things too. And you know, you really are clearing a lot from both lines right now. Appreciate everything. Be grateful for where you are right now. Your twin appreciates you. See the blessings and practice appreciation. And this could just be being grateful for the small little moments. If you are, you know, in a union or with your twin flame, being grateful for the little moments of love, right? Staying grateful for the things in your life that are going amazing is going to create a lot of positive energy. So all coming down to mindset as usual. And when we're like in that positive mindset of gratitude, we're going to be feeling a lot better. And then real quick before I continue moving on, if you guys are finding me on Instagram, the video is going to cut out now. So if you want to watch the whole video, you have to go to my Sparks of Divine Light Healing Facebook page, because I'm going to be doing cards for the masculine now. So if you want to watch the whole video, you guys can go to my Sparks of Divine Light Healing page on Facebook and you guys will find it. So kind of moving along, staying grateful. staying appreciative of the little things. Doesn't matter if it's like that new experience you're trying, and sometimes that is how we're learning, trying new things, staying open to trying new things, staying grateful for the little things right now as we're kind of moving through this process, especially this ascension process. So even if you're needing to like stay a little bit more grateful for how things are going right now, be grateful for that sweater that you love, the weather, right? Little tiny things is going to bring more abundance into your reality. So all about shifting our mindset through using gratitude. When we are grateful, it's going to open up more positive energies, abundance, and even different pathways and options in our life. So really staying in that higher frequency right now. This is a card for the feminine, connected with the crown chakra, higher learning, staying in higher states. And we're going to do some cards now for the divine masculine and kind of see what's going on with the masculine collective. So if you are the feminine, you can take these as messages from your masculine. What's going on with the masculine collective right now? Let's see. Getting back in the card floor, the cat's eating them. All right, let's do a couple messages though and see what's going on for the masculine collective right now. And what's going on for the masculine. All right, we're gonna get the cat so work with me today, right? Away. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do, all right, if you are in separation, this could be the masculine having a wake-up call, waking up, realizing the connection. Even if you're with them, they could be seeing you more fully, having glimpses more fully of your higher aspects, your higher self. This could be the realizing the deep connection, tapping into the energies behind it. It could be how you're making them feel. It could be just kind of them sensing the connection. Like, it could be like you just look like, or like you look like their dream girl or what they wanted, or, you know, on a higher level, them recognizing the connection too, or realizing the amount of work that it took to come into this connection. Even if you're in a separation, this is showing you that it's right there, like literally, right? So if you're in a separation, what happens is a lot of times you're feeling the despair, and then it's triggering all the past life stuff of where you've actually experienced your twin flame, a real loss of death and losing them into the abyss of reincarnation. So sometimes it triggers all of that and it feels hopeless, or it can feel like, oh, I don't know if this is working out. If you have laid eyes on your twin flame, met them, you're sensing them in the near future, you're like tapping into this stuff, know that it is because you're on that twin flame path, and that is so, so important and so powerful in the journey as well too. This is about waking up, having belief, realizing the connection. If you are in a separation, the masculine wanting to be with you, or wanting to go back or have another shot with you, or like, so powerful messages coming through as well too of the masculine, waking up, realizing the connection, knowing that it's a powerful energy for both. It literally will feel like that. The forces of fate pulling you together with different connections. And so sometimes there's been a lot that has happened leading up to that point of things not working out with other people, or like feeling like you were in this connection for the divine masculine, maybe with a, you know, karmic feminine, and you thought it was going good and things being kind of ripped out from under you, or realizing that maybe this person wasn't for you in a moment, or things like that. And so it's been a long journey for both the masculine and the feminine, being shown that for the masculine too. And so this is like the connection, like they might realize instant that this is the one, or it could be like a slow kind of realization as they're getting to know you, realizing that energetic connection too. And that can feel powerful too, because it's like you're being guided together. And then sometimes it's like not understanding it all in 3D time too, right? Like wait, but we're talking about separation and different issues that are coming up, because, you know, this is going to take a lot of work as well too. But realizing the connection, whether realizing the path that it took to get to this connection, or that it didn't work out with other partners. So realizing that it is you. And then if you're getting a separation or a reflection of more work, it's you too. And having to really work on yourself. So I think the best thing for people in these connections is to keep your energy more clear. And also for the masculine to surrender to the process happening too. detach, trust, free fall, have faith in what will be. And this is a process where you have to surrender, just like we're learning how to with ascension. It's like I can put all my manifestations out there and they're going to happen, but also there's this greater plan that I have to surrender to, and we can't work against the current of the universe. We have to just kind of go with the flow with it as well too. Surrendering to the current and the flow of the universe right now. This is a card about your spiritual connection though, and having faith and trust in the universe and where it's taking you right now too. For the masculine, it might feel like you're surrendering to the feminine, but that isn't true either. Like sometimes it could feel like that on either side, but you're not. It's surrendering to the universe right now, surrendering the ego for a spirit-based plan that's just so much bigger and more powerful than anything our ego can manifest and bring through right now. So having trust in this process too. The masculine being guided to take a time out, to pause. Initiation, calmness, step back and wait for the signs. I feel like that anyway for the solstice is like, take a break. Okay, we're taking that Christmas break, spend time with your family, rest up right now, recharge, because we're going into the darker part of the year, but also darker aspects of ourself. And as you are kind of going through this process, energy is coming to the surface and being cleared and delodged, right? And so sometimes you're needing that. This is a space of activation until the solstice too. That goes for the masculine. The masculine is still receiving a lot of, we'll say, psychic upgrades, activations right now, different awareness, higher awareness too. This is an awakened masculine kind of reading coming through and kind of integrating some of these changes. And then you're realizing you can't go any faster. Like, what are we always trying to rush through for, right? And we're always like this, like on a human level. Sometimes we're impatient, or we want things as now, or like things aren't moving fast enough. And this is about, like I said, kind of surrendering to what's going on right now and knowing that you kind of have to just go with the flow with it. For the masculine, journaling too. Is there something you're being guided to write right now? Process, contemplate, understand your sacred journey more. This could be writing about your life. This could be channeling your thoughts or downloads that you're having. This might be as easy as, making manifest and lists and things like that, like I'm always talking about, or writing down your plan or things that you want to happen. So, even like the huge things, I started to write them down and then they do start to happen. And sometimes we are creating and like we're in a matrix of, words and numbers and signs all around us. Writing is a powerful form of, putting things out there too for our spirit guides. Sometimes we're writing from the other side and we can open up our channeling in that way too. And I just wrote a whole book and I didn't really do anything with it yet, but it was channeled from the other side. I was just saying the words just come through, right? And so sometimes when we are connecting with writing, it's really a powerful tool in bringing things through from the spirit world as well too. Sometimes you can just grab a pen and paper or be writing something and it'll come through too, whether from ascended masters or our spirit guides working with us too. So maybe you're being guided to reflect and to write right now. Balance with the masculine. Yin and yang, darkness and light, stay centered in your higher self. So this isn't like, and this is where we fall into duality, and duality is like where your ego loves to say you're good and this is all bad. Like that's like an easy way to put duality, right? Satan and the good, and it's all like, like all that duality, the yin and yang, but in reality, your twin flame is the light to your dark. And that, I know, right? They're the light to your dark, and they are the perfect balance. So like, and I never realized this in people too, that we're all different like that, that we come together to learn with opposites because we're going to find the most, a lot of times, soul growth. And this goes for relationships too, right? But this is a complete yin yang. They are the masculine to your feminine, right? Light to your dark, and the yin to your yang in a lot of ways. So this goes with in every way that they were created at their likes and interests. So like with twin flames, you'll probably find that they're very similar on a soul spiritual level of their likes, their interests, right? You're going to be like guided past the physical on a soul level as well too. Finding balance within the masculine and the feminine aspects coming up huge right now. Realizing that too in different connections, because they are a reflection of how we are within the masculine and the feminine. And if we need healing within these aspects or polarities coming up, major healing happening within the masculine. We'll be seeing that especially over the next month ahead with some of the astrology. We're also still in Sagittarius season for like another week, getting ready to shift into Capricorn. These are like, I say, they're very masculine elements. So Capricorn is always like daddy energy, I always say, right? A lot of times we'll see that too with the Capricorn and different signs and things like that, but it's a very masculine energy. It's also a very Saturn ruled energy. So we're going to find a lot of, over the next month ahead, the masculine is going to start to feel a lot better as we move through the new year and into the new year and past the new year. They're going to be feeling really in their element. And so when we're let's talk about Capricorn bringing us our karma, right? And things like that in a good way for the masculine right now. So there's going to be things that are going to be paying off in a very positive karmic sense through January for the masculine right now within some of those Capricorn energies. It's going to bring a lot of healing and balance within the masculine and kind of different kind of ways as well too. So we're going to see a lot play out through the root chakra right now. I talked about that for the feminine, but also in a different sense for the masculine. This is going to be pertaining to different things within the material, within the root chakra right now for the masculine too. So a lot kind of playing out over the next month ahead for twin flames. We're going to see those that are in separation, that are doing the work, are going to come into full union. Like, I know, right? And people will say, well, I don't know. Yes, if you're doing the healing work, it's the natural course of the universe that you will come together. Just as we talked about that yin and yang, they're powerful magnets for each other too, right? You get the yin and the yang. And so, coming into balance, especially for the next, we'll say couple of months ahead for twin flames. There's going to be so many that are coming into full union over the next couple of months. And that's because it's so important to healing the planet too. So for the masculine and the feminine, take charge right now. Leadership and self-discipline are required to take control of your life. Following your own internal guidance right now, it's going to lead you into your own purpose and mission and onto your own path right now. And, this might be a little bit different for you. Solar plexus clearing coming up for the feminine and the masculine right now. Really working on the chakras, keeping your solar plexus clear so that you can better tune into your own internal guidance, trusting it. Hidden treasures. I was talking about this as well too for some star seeds and galactics. You really are hidden in plain sight, right? And tapping into that inner light and what you actually have, whether activating lost knowledge, working on your frequency, working on your soul light, holding more light, working on your energy right now coming up. So this is about bringing your creative ideas and hidden talents out right now. Present your gifts to the world. Have you been hiding? Are you being guided to reveal your psychic abilities, your gifts? What can you do, right? Who are you? This is a little bit of a starseed card for coming out now. And this is a little bit about like showing yourself. You have amazing soul gifts that you brought to the planet during this time. You were in fact chosen to be here, wanted to be here to help the planet in a big way right now. Are you being guided to activate, tap into, and open up to more of your own soul gifts right now? Angel of action. Take action towards your destiny. You want something to happen and we can change our destiny. This is like something huge, right? Because we've seen that from that karmic path that we all got from our families, and then how we can shift into our own destiny and who we want to become and what we are doing as well on a bigger level. Breaking out of those karmic templates and into our actual destined path right now. But that means that you have to make it happen too. So I'm realizing that if you want something to happen, you have to like really put things into action in this dimension to make things manifest or for things to play out right now. Are you being guided to really connect with your solar plexus, taking the necessary steps towards the goals that you want to make happen or your destined path or things that you want to bring through? And we can manifest anything right now. And we're getting more and more momentum energetically because these solstice energies are huge. You're probably both masculine and feminine being guided to like pull back, take that time out we talked about, right? To declutter, to do some deep cleaning, to prepare for the energies of the solstice. Less about like going about and kind of like putting things into action in the old. But what are you thinking about right now? The next 3 weeks ahead are going to really take us into the next 6 months of the year. You're not just creating for the month of January right now. Your thoughts, what you're putting out, your actions are coming together to create that 6-month path ahead right now as we're getting ready to enter into a new season and even a new year right now. Huge things happening energetically. Make sure that you're really focused on what you do want. the next 6 months ahead right now. And I'm sending you guys a ton of love and good energies. If you guys do need a reading, I do psychic readings. I do healing sessions on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I have a whole section just for twin flame healing. Make sure you guys are checking out my website and have a beautiful day.